Hi Walkie fans, welcome to Southend. I'm visiting my dad at Southend, a popular seaside resort in Essex. But all the people from London used to come here since the Victorian times. East London particularly. Essex is the East London kind of hangout. It's where the people from East London go to retire if they've got enough money. Southend out into Essex is kind of where the more affluent EastEnders would retire to or move up to, kind of thing. So what sea is this? I'm not even sure what sea this is, to be honest. Actually, I don't think this is actually. Yeah, this is a sea, but what is it? North Sea? Yeah, well, I don't know what sea it is. It's a sea. The English Channel? Maybe it's, I don't know. There's a lot of water out here. It's wet and it's salty. But on the other side of it, you can see Kent. Because we're kind of like in a, I don't know, a jaggedy bit of England. A wibbly wobbly roundy bit of England on the coast. And on the other side of the water there. So, mate, I don't think it's an estuary. It might be an estuary. I don't know. This, believe it or not, is not a geography lesson or even a history lesson. And if I was to try and do those, they would both fail miserably. This is just a walkie video of me showing you some scenery and discussing whatever comes into mind. I believe that is the longest pier in the UK now. I'm not sure. Southend Pier. Definitely one of the longest piers, one of the oldest piers in the UK. I have done videos before of the pier. If you want to check out my my old videos, I've been on the pier before. There's a little train that goes along the pier as well, which is really quite neat. The sun looks quite nice there behind the pier as well. As usual, I'm going to try and avoid getting anyone else in camera because it's not fair to people to sort of like, I don't know, I don't think anyone would mind that much, but I certainly don't try and concentrate my camera where other people are standing because I think they're a bit weird or weirder than they already think you are. So this is the beach. It's quite stony actually. It's got like sand and it's got stony bits as well. So it's not the greatest bit of beach, but you make do with what you can get, you know. I'm not exactly a beach kind of going person. You appreciate a bit more when you're a kid and you got your bucket and spade. Well, I think I have to come off the beach here because the beach ends here, I think. Carries on the other side of the amusement park. Well, I've been coming here for years, Southend. Day trips as a kid, quite often. See if I can wipe the rain off of the screen. No, there's a big drop of rain. It's just right there in front of the. If I can get it off. That's done it a bit. It's not too wet. Oh, walking on the sand is hard on the old feet, I tell you. Let's get off the sand. Onto the road. So my dad's dropped me off at one end. And I'm going to walk on down to the other end. He's nipping to the shop. And yeah, I can smell the donuts, fresh hot donuts. £1 each though, a bit expensive. But they smell nice. Of course at the front you got your ice cream, your fish and chips. On the other side here, this is what I always used to do. When I was a kid, it'd always be the arcades. When you're really young, it's 2p in the penny slots and stuff. Then you get older, it's the video games when they came around. throwing your 10p's in there and getting about half a minute worth of play out of it because you were so rubbish at all. Right, this wasn't here. At least not like this when I was a kid. But my brother and sister would come here and brought their kids when they were little. The kid wanted to be in the picture, so that's fine by me. I didn't realise I had the camera on, but he did, and he wanted to be in it, so that's cool. If people want to be in the picture, then I'm more than happy to let them. But over here, the venue called Chinnery's. I've been to quite a few gigs there in the past. A few death metal gigs. My mate lives local, he's got a band called Bludgeon, and he's put on a few bands there over the time. Can't remember what they were now. But yeah. Oh, what was the name? I can't remember the name. Some death metal band. I think it was a death metal solo artist guy. And also a venue was no longer a venue now. It's closed. Well, it's kind of like it's turned into a posh pub kind of thing. But he did a death metal all day there one time. That was cool. It's got quite a good ghost train on this one. I went on the ghost train once with my nephew, and it's got like a fake ending. It's got a fake ending that makes you think it's the end and you're supposed to get off, and then all these ghosts jump out of you, and then it starts up again. So it was quite funny. Right, let's have a look. Sea Life Adventure. Free Shells Beach, Western Esplanade, Pier and Museum, and Never Neverland. Is that Never Neverland still there? I'll find out. It was just like a garden, what I remember. Lots of people queuing up for the roller coaster, rather them than me. Yeah, there's no way I'm going on one of those. A nice hotel up there. Old architecture kind of. Victorian probably. But I don't want to get anyone on camera, so I'm holding it up in the air to try and avoid people. I want to get it all in one shot though as well, so I'll put it on me for a little bit. I don't want to have to stop the camera and start it up again, if you know what I mean. So you have to put up with my ugly face. Yeah, a few restaurants and cafes and stuff all around here. There's edge of Southend here. It's kind of like they've done up the facial of it a lot. It's changed a lot around here since I was younger. There used to be like a fake like pirate boat just there, and it used to be like a bit of a haunted house kind of ghost ship kind of thing. I remember there being, I think there was someone in the window, like waxworks, like being chopped in two with like Pit and the Pendulum kind of way. Sure, I remember that as a kid. Look at these crazy buggers. Not for me, thanks. Not for me. Even that. Even the rather sedate looking Ferris wheel. Not for me. Oh, I can't zoom in again. The zoom is screwed on this. Yeah, but you don't catch me doing no Ferris wheel. It's just, I hate heights. And this here, where you're going upside down and spinning around at the same time. No. Just no. This is how much of a hate of height. Just going across that bridge would be enough to scare me. Just going across the bridge there would be scary. It's pointing at me for a bit, so I don't get anyone in. But over on the other side of the road is what was better on the other side of the road. I could point up at the cliffside maybe. Oh, this bloke wants to get in this parking spot and I'm right in the middle of the road. Yeah, that wasn't a very smart move. There's a big lane of traffic now, I can't get over the road. Oh, here we go. Sudden braking traffic. It's not very scenic, is it? Because there's some wall erosion there. Yeah, this is what it was Never Never Land. That's been there for decades. It's just like a little model village kind of thing, like a little castle kind of thing. Check out Never Never Land, come on. Can't make it out, my screen's too. Yeah, because the benches always have dedications on them to people. Yeah. But it's changed since I was here as a kid. I don't remember it being quite like this. It's quite interesting to look at though. I haven't chosen the most glorious day to come out. I was hoping it'd be quieter up here, but it's kind of popular touristy place to bring the kids and that, even in the bad weather. I suppose they've got nothing else they can do with the big coronavirus, and this area is about to go on tier 3, I believe, like of you know, not quite don't leave your house status, but ain't far off it, is it? And this bloody corona, the gift that keeps on giving, the curse that keeps on giving. I want to be on the other side, concentrate on the sea more, to be honest. There were so many people there, I didn't want to film them. There used to be another venue up here called the Esplanade that had a few gigs on back in the day as well. I don't even know if it's here anymore. I think there used to be a bandstand up here as well. I think it might have, because there's been some cliff erosion here, I think it might have been damaged and maybe it was knocked down. There's like a cable car thing. I didn't even know this was here. I got cliff lift, that's what it's called. I kind of thought I recalled there being one somewhere. I'm assuming this one is still in use. Not at the moment though. Seems to be some works going on here. That's not a roller coaster, that's a big crane. And they are building something. Let's get on the other side. Once there's no cars, knock me over, kill me. so we can see the sea more. That's what we want. We want to see the sea and the beach. I feel kind of dumb that I don't know what sea it is. It's very dumb. I think it's the North Sea. I don't know though. What other seas are around here? You've got the English Channel, between us and France, a North Sea. We haven't got any oceans, have we? We don't have. I don't know. Maybe we have the Atlantic Ocean somewhere between us and America. I don't know. God, I feel really thick. It's crazy the things you don't realise you don't know, and suddenly it's like, oh, I don't know this. Never mind. Maybe I'll get the impetus to go look it up. It's a nice bracing walk anyway. You probably can't hear me, there's lots of wind. Bit short on battery now, I've got about 9 minutes left. I'm just going to let the battery run its course. Because it's nice to film the greenery and the forest and that, but the seaside is a very important thing in UK life. More historically, nowadays people take their holidays overseas. They go and get a bit of decent sun and sand in Spain or whatever. But back in the day, the seaside holiday was everything. I don't think you get to see that much of it anymore. I don't think you get to see as many seaside postcards as you used to see. It used to be a very traditional thing. And people get really baldy English humour, like the Carry On movies, really baldy. And I think probably most of them nowadays, they've probably been banned for being too sexist or something. That wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. Well, we're going past like an eatery place, so I was going to put the camera on me for a bit while we go past this eatery. Whoop, that was unfortunate. I stepped into the cycle lane without even realising. I'm glad there was no cycle coming right up my arse. That would have been potentially painful. Alright, back to the seaside view. Quite grey and dreary, but I am coming out quite late. But I thought there's all lights up here, it wouldn't make a difference. Let's have a look at the sea, if I can zoom in alright. No, bloody zoom is crap now. Why you do this to me, Zoom? Oh man. I can't afford a new camera, so I shan't be buying a new camera. You just have to get the unzoomed view. I'm going tomorrow actually to this guy who lives around here. I've got a deal going on with some comics, and it's like I'm in mixed frame of mind about it. On the one hand, I'm like, yeah, it's a really good deal. He's selling me a batch of Lois Lane and Jimmy Olsen's nice old ones in mid-grade, and what I'm paying for them is definitely a bargain as to what they go for on, eBay or mycomicshop.com, but it's still a large waste of money, and I'm like, should I do it? And no, probably I shouldn't do it. But am I going to do it? Yeah, probably. Am I going to regret it? 50-50. The secret is not to tell anybody that knows me how much I paid for them, because yeah, there will be much tutting and shaking of heads. But it's an investment. We can all agree it's an investment, can't we? But I'm probably going to do that in a separate video actually. I'm not going to do that as part of the daily vlog. I'm going to do it as a separate video with one one of those clickbait titles, like my biggest ever Lois and Jimmy Olsen score ever. Oh my God, you won't believe. That kind of thing. If anyone can think of a good clickbait title that I can do to convince people to look at my my Jimmy and Lois haul. Haul's a good word. I'll have to bang a haul in there somewhere, because that gets the people looking, doesn't it? But I kind of think I'm kind of limiting myself by doing the bloggy blog. They call everything bloggy blog this, bloggy blog that. So I think most people look at that and go, what the bloody hell's a bloggy blog? Who's this idiot? And they're not interested. But if I give it the old clickbait special, do a thumbnail with me with my head in my hands, showing the most shocked expression that I could possibly show, you know, that's always a guarantee for success. But yeah, hopefully I'll have that up on Monday maybe. Got cover slingers coming up soon. Got my covers. I haven't brought my microphone with me, so I'm a bit worried. I'm not sure whether to go with my computer that's got good sound but bad picture, or to go with the one that's got good picture but bad sound. Yeah, decisions, huh? Anyway, right, this is a casino coming up now, so I don't want to get any footage of the casino. We don't approve of gambling, do we? We only spend money on sure things, like Lois Lane and Jimmy Olsen comics. Yeah. I reckon I'm getting them about half the value of what they are. Yeah. Still. Anyway, that's the end of Walkie. Camera's going to run out any second now, so I'll say goodbye. Cheers for watching. I'll be back tomorrow with another Walkie.